First Alert 4 learning today who will lead Lambert International Airport in the interim as the current director retires. The airport today announcing Gerald Beckman will serve as the interim director. Beckman is currently the deputy director of planning and development. He first began working at Lambert as a project engineer in 1988. Beckman assumes the interim role on August 16th. Beckman will be filling the role left by Radham Nabrigi, who is retiring this month. It comes at a time when plans for a new combined terminal at the airport are in flux. As we first reported late last month, rising construction costs are prompting changes to the design of a multi-billion-dollar single terminal project, including a reduction in the number of planned gates. Those cutbacks on this project is something I have covered extensively on First Alert 4 in recent weeks, and you can find that report and all of our other reports streaming right now on the First Alert 4 app and First Alert 4 on.